Welcome back to week 4. Yeah.
Is it week 4?
Yeah, I didn't get much on day 1 of last week. So
okay.
Sure.
We're creating content.
Creating content there, yeah. Just better to have it and not need it, not have it.
Oy.
We're doing a velocity, or like a fucking training to failure basically study. It's actually
we're actually doing a study on recovery following certain sets and reps, but they're using velocity based approaches, which Gareth has some reservations.
This goes, we're just setting up for our next paper review on Monday, and Fitz goes, geez, I'm looking forward to this, then proceeds to go take a shit. So I'm still unclear as which you're looking forward to. Your hair looks like a fucking mole.
Does it?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like somebody who's ratted on their organisation, or a mole as in the rat that lives underground? Yeah.
Look at the camera and smile, and just keep smiling.
Day 3 in the Big Brother house, week 4 in the Vlogger house, and week 8048 in the Geared Up Instalifter house.
Abort.
So today is Tuesday. We started off this morning with an old live stream, so it's really good. Loads of questions, loads of videos for feedback. So it was great to see people tuning into that. Thanks very much if you were one of the people tuning in. If you want to get onto that Facebook page, you basically just need to buy a program and go and join the Facebook page. It's nice and simple. The other big change is the extra camera.
This is unbelievable quality, but it's hyper zoomed in.
Oh really?
Not hyper, but like only your face is showing now. I don't think I can. So the autofocus works with it, but there's no like, is there anything happening?
So basically what's after happening here is, for those of you who aren't in Ireland, we're gone into another lockdown due to COVID. So it'll just mean we can't work in the same office together. Like, both of us are going to work in home offices. So in terms of making this content and making the videos and the kind of educational content and coaching videos we do every week, we have to get a second recording set up. So in terms of podcast and audio gear, we have 2 sets of that, just from the last lockdown that happened here. But now we have a second kind of 4K video setup as well. So in terms of the videos and the effect the kind of lockdown will have on the videos you guys are watching, probably won't have much of an effect at all, but they might just look cut together a small bit more, as I'll be recording my stuff here. Gareth will be recording his stuff under the bridge, because he's a troll. I want the Gorilla Pod.
No, I need the Gorilla Pod.
No, you don't.
You'll need the big one.
No, I want the Gorilla Pod.
What you want is irrelevant.
I want the Gorilla Pod.
No, this is literally bought for me.
Give me the Gorilla Pod.
So I can sit at the desk.
Oh my god. What about the tiny little tripod we have? You can have that.
I
want the Gorilla Pod.
You're having the standard.
You're not even using it. You're not even using it.
Look how zoomed in is it? Look at my face.
So this is the other thing, the camera we bought. Obviously we're in a bit of a rush to get a camera, so we got almost the exact same setup we got this time.
We got the Alpha 6000 and we have the Alpha 6300, and basically so the place we bought it from is notoriously shit for stocking things, right? But they always have a lot of things, and so they didn't have the standard lens, so they didn't have the 25mm lens, so they only had a 50mm lens. Is it 45mm lens in their literally only lens for Sony's that would fit? So we literally had to buy any lens, because we obviously got a discount in off the camera because the lens wasn't in the box for some reason. The other the box didn't even have a camera in it.
Yeah.
And then so this will do for the time being, but I'd say realistically we'll just order another.
Yeah.
We'll order a normal lens in a minute. Mag quality in this, there's not a whole lot of difference other than there's no audio jack in this one. But it's certainly handy to have another camera.
This one's a little chunkier as well.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't seen this camera, even though I think the camera featured in last week's vlog, this is the camera. So 63000. It has a what's it called? A dead cat microphone on it. So yeah, the content itself won't really change for next week.
So So basically, this is our last day in the office for at least 4 weeks, but likely up to 6 weeks, if not more, depending on how long the lockdown in Ireland goes. So, as we mentioned yesterday, so we bought a second camera, which I don't know why we didn't video any of actually going getting it or anything like that, but here she is. It's just an Alpha 6000, and it's an Alpha 6000 we have. So we're just trying to set it up as best as possible, so hopefully you'll notice nothing or very little difference. So basically everything in Ireland is going to be shut down for the next, basically pretty much bar anything staying open really.
Yeah.
Schools are staying open, but I don't know how long that'll last. I'd say they'll probably keep going though, and it kind of makes sense I suppose, but that's relevant to this vlog. So we're just going to hopefully keep bringing out the same material, keep on bringing out our paper review on Mondays. We're going to be bringing out our theory of trainings midweek, keep going with our podcasts, and we're just going to film separate vlogs, and then Fitz will just send on the footage and
Cut them together.
Yeah, and see what we're getting. Oh, we also got a little gorilla, what do they call them? Gorilla pod. So it's actually quite handy to hold the camera like this instead of, if you lack any huge amount of internal rotation or external rotation. People enjoyed the pay-per-view Monday this week, which is good.
Yeah. We think they did anyway.
Yeah, it seemed like it. So I found a good one actually.
Go on.
February this year. It's on saunas and recovery. Sauna. It's in Finland actually, but it raises a good point, which I won't reveal in the blog because it'll be the end of this week. But it's something saunas normally haven't looked at before, from what I've seen of any, and there's a lot of studies on sauna and recovery. Yeah. So it'll be a good one. I'll tell you off camera if it's
okay. Theory training this week. If you haven't seen already, 5 tips for beginner powerlifters. And it kind of works for beginner people who are just starting to lift weights as well. Hello, baby.
Oh, we should do that. 5 tips for your first day in the gym.
Yeah. Hey.
Buddy's extremely jealous.
But he doesn't like.
Alright, you sexy sons of bitches. So this is our day 1 of lockdown in Ireland. Me and Fitzy are going to do some separate vlogs, and he's going to send them into a little folder for me, and I'll edit it and see what he puts up. So what I'm doing today is just going to edit the 5 pro tips for beginner powerlifters. Bailey's in her bed, happy as shit. Listen to some Rise Against. There's Buddy licking his dick. And after that they went to our live stream. And let's see how this goes. The battery's after dying mid-podcast, and Fitz has gone looking. Alrighty then, so we are Friday this week. Alright, so Friday this week we are in our lockdown. Myself and Fitz are just working remotely, trying to get stuff done. We talked to our website developer today, and we're just looking at remodeling the website, so fully just changing a lot of things, making it a bit more user friendly, putting more of our social media up on it, kind of making it a place to be rather than just a website to go get your programs. We're looking at changing the subscription model, which you mentioned a while ago, and we will, I think, still be going ahead with that unless there is any negatives to it that we're not too clear on yet, but I think it's looking good. So we're just trying to make the filming from separate locations work and then gathering them in. I'm trying my best to learn to use Photoshop. There's a lot to it. I'll sure figure it out. Obviously it just takes a bit of time, familiarity. You just literally have to use it and figure out how things work. But other than that, I don't think there's much else that I need to inform of today. So there's a couple of people, so gyms closed in Ireland at the moment. They're not deemed an essential health service. So obviously if anyone European, you might have noticed the hustle and bustle in the UK, especially that guy in Liverpool, Nick something. He raised a bit of a social media campaign against the lockdown of gyms, and they ultimately resulted in gyms being open across all levels in the UK. So there's been similar attempts in Ireland at the moment. There's a petition. Interesting to say the least. I suppose you can understand from both sides where it's coming from. So remains to be seen where that will go.
Oh, you're back in the other Sika office now. This is Friday, so we just had a meeting with our web developer Eamon. We're changing around the website, so just to try and make it a small bit easier to use, to try and get like programs sent out to people a bit easier. So at the moment it's all automated. People get their programs straight away. But just so people don't have to go back on every 4 weeks and get another program, just so it make it a bit more streamlined. So that's one big change. That's a few months away yet though. Other plans for today. So we have to do some thumbnails, obviously for this video, thumbnails for the theory of training video that's coming out. So they're left to do. Some small coaching bits left to do today. And then a small bit of editing from the podcast that came out yesterday, just to get some clips of that. You might notice you're really, really zoomed in. And the reason for that is this is the new camera we got during the week. So obviously now because we're both working remotely from each other, we need 2 cameras, we need 2 mics and setups, or 2 like podcast setups. So this is a different camera. It's very, very similar to the one we have at the moment, but the lens is just bigger, so we need to get a better lens for it. The way we run podcasts is we still record it with the Zoom unit that we always use. And Garth has his mic set. We do like a Zoom call, and we separately record the audio tracks, and then we stitch the audio tracks together. So hopefully you'll notice that the quality of the podcast audio is still very high. That's from day one, something we've like really, really been strict about, that we want the quality to stay high. That's why we don't have a lot of call-in guests. Like, the guests we have are people we really, really want to speak to. But we, like, the 2 of us listen to a lot of podcasts, and we both are very, very kind of adamant about audio quality. So hopefully if you've listened to yesterday's one, so Thursday's one is around the morality of doping. It was kind of back to some of the original podcast formats of just us chatting through things. But that's it. Hope you're enjoying the vlog.
Okay, see you back here Monday. Next paper review. It's all about that as a recovery, so it should be interesting. Hope you enjoyed this week's content. Hope you enjoyed all the podcasts. Hope you enjoyed the YouTube. And we'll see you back here next week, and hopefully you guys will notice a difference. Thanks for watching.